Hi guys, my name is Kahlii Morrison and I'm here to show you how to create my everyday foundation base. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, to start with, I'm going to use the Napoleon Purtis Marshmallow Foam because I've just done my eyes and I've got glitter everywhere. So we're just making sure that there is no glitter on the face when we put down the base. Do your eyes before your base, basically. Because if you get any of it on your base, you've got so much more work. And I've got glitter everywhere. Or on my mouth. Don't even know how that works. So once you've removed all the fallout from your face, I'm going to use the Illamasqua Matte Primer. And I'm going to apply this down before my foundation. I use the matte. I think there's two different kinds with Illamasqua. And I use the matte because my skin is can get a little bit greasy in areas. So once I've done that, then I'm using at the moment the Revlon Colors Stay Concealer. I use it because it gives a matte finish and normally sits a lot better on the skin, well, on my skin anyway. Everybody's skin is different, so you'll find there'll be different concealers or foundations or powders that'll sit a lot better. So I'm just going to go in. Using my fingers, I'm just going to pat all of them in. For my foundation, I use two different kinds. Firstly, I use the Revlon Color Stay, but I wear fake tan, so I generally use two different shades that I kind of play around with to mix it up, so then I definitely have something that's close to my skin, because I normally find this one will be way too dark for me, which is the True Beige, whereas the Nude is very close to my natural skin colour, but with fake tan it's much too light. And also depends, because with wearing fake tans, as it starts to fade and everything, you need something that's also going to be in the middle. So normally I just apply my foundation in dabs on my face, and then I'm going in with my lighter one. I'm just putting that beside it all. Alright, so now I know a lot of makeup artists and people that use their foundation brushes. I like using foundation brush, but not so much on my own skin. I prefer using my hands. Your hands, because they are naturally warm, they'll heat up the product, which I find makes it move a lot better on the skin. So you've got to be really careful with going around your eyes. And make sure it blends in. And then you can always apply, sometimes I normally go a little bit deeper in my powder, so if you go a little bit lighter in your foundation, you can always go a bit deeper in your powder, or vice versa. You can always do it the other way around. Before I'm going to powder, I actually start contouring my face first. I use the Some Kind of Gorgeous Benefit cream foundation for this. You can use this so many different kinds. I normally find your cream foundations are the best, or your sticks for contouring. Otherwise, I normally also use just a brown eyeshadow. But today, I'm going to show you with a cream. So this is when I use my foundation brush, my Menke one. So what I'm doing is I'm just patting down, almost like a triangle of this. So I haven't blended it or anything. This is just a sharp line so far. And now I'm going to go in and do my other side. So that's both sides. Is I'm also going to do it on my temples. So I just go from just where my temple is, and then I kind of bring it up along my hairline. And then I'm going to go in and do the same thing with the opposite temple. So this is all non-blended again. So this is how my face looks before all that. And then what I'm going to do is, I've got a rather wide nose, so I normally just apply it on the sides of my nose just to elongate it, if that is the word. I think it's elongate. Lengthen, thin, make it thin. That's what I'm going to do. So what I normally do is I draw just like a strip, so it's like that, and then I blend down with my brush. And so you can see the difference. Now I'm going to go in with my other side. So again, it's just a strip. And I'm blending down after that. I'm going to kind of bring it a little bit to the front, not too much. So it kind of looks like that at the start. That is before anything has been touched or blended or smushed. So what I'm going to do is, using my fingers again, I am going to just blend that into the foundation a bit more. So all I'm doing is just the outer edges. So we're just softening it down a little bit. So it's just like this. It's a little bit softer, not so full on and sharp, and although my nose does look a little bit too full on, but it's not as full on as it is. For my powder, I use the Touch and Glow Revlon translucent powder, and I prefer translucent over coloured powders, but depends what you like. I just prefer it just because I want to set my foundation. I don't necessarily want to add too much colour to it. So with this, I'm just using just a little kabuki brush, and I'm just going to buff that into my foundation. Because we have contoured, I'm also going to highlight. Depending on how oily or how dry your skin is to how much highlighter you're actually going to need. My skin's combination, so I don't want to add too much highlight because otherwise I'll look as shiny as a disco ball. So to do that, I use the Photo Ready Skin Lights by Revlon. And with my skin, firstly I just put a little bit on my finger, like that much. These two fingers, I kind of like mush them together, because there's only certain areas that I'm really wanting to just target. So with one of my fingers, I'm kind of creating almost like a little C shape. So I've got that one, and then I'm going to do the exact same on this side, being sure to just blend it all in. I know a lot of people that do this before their powder. You can do this before your powder as well. I don't know why I do it afterwards. I just like it more. And where else? I'm also going to apply a little bit on my forehead. Not too much, because this is normally a spot where I do get a little bit oily. If you find your skin to be naturally oily, you probably would need to use less than what I have to highlight your face. So I've just applied it in those areas, and then with this little finger, I'm just going to apply a little bit on my chin and above my lip. And most people do apply it down the center of their nose. I purposely haven't, because that is my main oil area. So just with the contouring that I've done, I've just made sure that I won't need to apply any highlight there. I go again back in with my translucent powder, and I just kind of mat that up. So now I'm going to go in with my blush. I use the Coralista blush by Benefit. So this one's really pretty, and I'm almost out of it too. I use that a lot. So with this, I am just going to dab it. I always go back in with my translucent. I always do this, and I just go lightly around the edges of it just to soften it, because I don't like it too full on. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed knowing how I do my base. I do get a lot of people commenting on my foundation and what I do and the products that I use, so now you guys actually know what I do for every day. The only difference that I do sometimes for special occasions or going out is I will add a powder over the top of my contour just to deepen it and exaggerate it a little bit. Not that I think you need that for every day, because you don't. But yeah, thank you for watching. To keep updated with all my work, follow my Facebook page, which is Kahlii Morrison Makeup Artistry. I have a Twitter, which is Kahlii Morrison, Pinterest, which is Kahlii Morrison MUA, and a Instagram, which is Kahlii Morrison _MUA. So yeah, keep up to date with everything that I'm doing and follow me on those things, and have a nice day. Bye!